Hi, welcome to our Tech Tuesday session on Canvas Enhancements. I'm Ana de la Mora and I'm representing our Professional Development Center for our Tech Tuesday session today. Today's session, we're going to be talking about a couple of the new and most recent updates in Canvas. We'll take a look at the Gradebook Filters, Canvas Icon Creator, and then we'll briefly take a look at the Canvas app. The Gradebook Filter, in the past, we would just go to the Gradebook section within the course navigation, select View, and then Filters. And you can filter by assignments, modules, sections, or any assignment groups that you had created, which is a really great tool, but it has been updated, and we'll take a look at that today. In addition to that, we have amazing icons that can be created within the rich content editor, so you'll no longer need to go to a third-party tool to get those icons created. And lastly, we're going to briefly take a look at the Canvas app, how we can use the app, how we can use it to test accessibility, how we can check our inbox, what the student view looks like, and how we can communicate while we're on the go. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at the new Gradebook filter that's available in Canvas for all faculty members. Now, this new Gradebook filter can be found in Settings. You'll go to Feature Options, and you'll notice Enhance Gradebook Filters. To enable it, you would click on the arrow to the right and make sure Enabled is selected. If you want to disable it, select that icon and you'll see a red icon in the place of the green check. Now let's take a look at what that Gradebook filter looks like. So if I go to Grades, you can see my entire gradebook. I need to scroll to the right to view everything that's in that gradebook. To apply the filters, you'll notice that there is now a filters icon to the right side of your page. Let's take a look at what the filters can do for us. So if I select the filters icon, I now have a pop-up. And this pop-up allows me to create a filter. I can name a filter. I can filter by different conditions or categories. I can filter by sections, modules, assignment groups, the grading period, submission, whether or not it was submitted, and a date range. And if I want to preview that filter, I would have to select Apply Conditions. So let's take a look at this right now. Notice I have a filter. I named that filter Modules. And my Modules filter is filtering only Module 4 assignments. If I want to preview that filter, I select the toggle for Apply Conditions. And if I look at my gradebook, I can now only see the Module 4 assignments that were created. Now, if you have a gradebook filter and you want to view different modules, but you don't necessarily want to create a filter for every single module, you can edit the filters while they're applied. So if I create a gradebook filter and name it Modules, I can preview the filters by modules. What's nice about the filters is that you can apply more than one condition to any one of your filters. I'm going to go ahead and remove this filter. We're going to create a new filter. To create a new filter, select the Create a New Filter button. Notice that I still see the same icons I had earlier. I have sections, modules, assignment groups, grading period, submissions, and a date range for my filter. I am going to filter by assignment groups. I would like to view all of the discussion posts, but I want to view them by the module. So now I have two conditions selected for my gradebook filter. So I'm going to save this filter, but in order to save it, I need to give it a name. So I'll call this Discussions by Module. And once it's saved, I can toggle this filter on, and notice that I can view the discussions for every single module. So if I want to view, right now I'm only viewing module 1, but if I want to view module 2, I can go through and select, oh, I have no discussions for module 2. Let's go to module 3. Well, I have one discussion in module 3, another discussion in module 4, and my last discussion in module 5. So you can play with the filters that you have while you're applying the conditions. You can have multiple filters, but once you select the filter, you can't undo that filter. So I have the discussion posed and the modules as my conditions for this filter. But if I want to remove the modules, notice that I only have an option to select one of the modules, but I cannot undo that. To undo this, you have to delete the filter and then create a new filter for discussions. Give it a new name and save it. You can then apply the filter, but now it's filtering all of your discussions, not sorting them out by modules. So a couple of questions that were asked during our Tech Tuesday sessions: how does this benefit instructors when it feels like it's creating more work? And it may feel that way. The nice thing about the filters is that you can have multiple conditions. You can manage the filters by, the modules. You can edit the filters while you're applying any filter conditions. So if I have the assignment groups and now I want to view the assignments by module, I can have multiple conditions, and I wasn't quite able to do that earlier. That's a huge benefit. You don't have to fill out your entire section with filters. If I start creating filters, I'm going to have an entire section on my right side to search for filters. You don't need to do that. Probably a couple filters, and then manipulate the filters you have on the side to give you the view that you need to be able to access all of the items within your gradebook. Now, you have an option to enable this filter. Remember, you'll go to the settings, applied features, and select the gradebook filters. Now we're looking at the Canvas icon creator. Now, this is a new filter that will officially be live September 28th of 2022. The Canvas icon creator allows you to create and design icons within the rich content editor in Canvas, so no third-party tools. What's really neat about the Canvas icon creator is that you can create icons of multiple sizes, and you can manipulate the colors that you have on your icons. These icons can be made into buttons. So you can have a Start Here button, a button that will take you to your lectures and assignments or quizzes, and you can name them whatever you need. Icons are also great to help kind of break down sections of information. So here I'm starting a new paragraph, and I've just added an icon to the top to sort of help me organize that information. You can also have icons to the left of your content, and when you create icons, it's really just creating an image that's being saved into your page, and you can edit that image just as you would be able to edit any of the other images. Icons also allow us to add images within the icon shape. Now, we are a little limited in what type of images we can add. However, we have many options to choose from, and we have many colors that we can apply to those images to make them kind of be a little bit more varied. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our icons that we can create. Now, to get us started, I'm going to go to Pages, and I'll be creating a new page. And I'm going to call this page Icons 2. It does take a little while to load because I have design tools loading on the right side. I don't need design tools right now. We're only using the rich content editor today. Now the new icon button, if you haven't seen it, is going to be a button that has a little circle, triangle, the square, and the little plus sign. If you select the arrow down to the right side of that, you can view that we can create an icon or we can use saved icons. I'm going to start from scratch and I'm going to select create an icon. You'll notice that now I have the create an icon button to the right side of my page. Now here on the top section is a grayed out portion where I can preview the icon I'm creating. I'm going to zoom into each individual section. We can add the name to our icon, and I'm going to call this a start here icon. For the alternative text, because we want students to be able to access our icons if they're using the immersive reader, I'm going to call this a start here button so that students will know I'm going to make that icon into a button and they can click on it and it should take them somewhere. Now we can choose between a small list of shapes. We have the square, circle, triangle, diamond, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, and a star. I'm going to start simple with the circle. Now you can select the icon size. Right here it seems like we're very limited with just 4 sizes, but you're not limited to these 4 sizes. It's just the starting size that you can work with. I'm going to go ahead and start with the large size. Right now we've added the other features to our icon, but we can't preview the icon because we haven't selected an icon color. Notice that in the icon color section, it still reads none. If you select the drop down, you'll see a couple of color options listed. Now if you're happy with these colors, you can scroll through them and select any of the available colors to choose from. But if you don't want to use those colors here, you don't have to. You can simply erase the colors that are within that section and you can paste any of your own colors. So you can really personalize this to fit your needs. The outline, you can choose to have no outline or have a different outline around your shape. I'm just going to go with a large outline for now, and lastly I'm going to move into the text section. This is a start here button, so I'm going to label it start here. I have a choice of text sizes to use. Now here we are a little limited in what size we use because we can't manipulate the size of the text once the image is created. We have small, medium, large, and extra large. I'm going to go with extra large. You can play with the different text colors. Now the text color that I'm choosing is going to be a small text color. And if I zoom out, you can barely see it, but it's right below the image. So if that position doesn't work, you can choose between having it in the middle of the icon, in the bottom third, or just slightly below the icon. I'm going to go ahead and choose right in the middle, and I'm going to apply the icon features that I've selected to save the icon. I should then see the icon appear within my rich content editor. So that's one of the icons that we can create. We can personalize the icons even more by creating a new icon. And I'm going to call this icon modules. This is going to be my module button so that people can access this icon. And I'm going to leave it as a square. I will make it a large square. And for the color, I'm going to select one of the color choices that I have saved. And I'm going to have a large outline. But now, because I want to take people into the modules, I do want it to say modules for the text. I want to keep the text below the icon, and I'm going to add an image inside my icon. To do that, if you scroll all the way down on the right side navigation here, you can see that there's no current image selected. If you scroll down to the icon, if you scroll down on the right side of our page here, you can see that there is no current image selected. So we want to go ahead and select Add Image. We have two options. We can choose between a single color image or a multicolor image. Let's take a look at what those two options will give us. The single color image is going to give me 16 images that I can select the colors. So I can select any one of these images and add a color theme to that image. So this is what they call the language arts icon. If I select this icon, I can then change the color for this icon. And notice that that change is going to happen in my preview section as well. Okay, so I can have a single color image, but once you apply any of those settings, you're choosing single color or the multicolor, you can't go back and switch to the other color. You have to start over. I'm going to go ahead and select apply. We'll come back and create a new icon where we can preview the multicolor shapes. So let's go back, create a new icon, and I'm going to call this an assignment icon. This is now an assignment button, and I'm going to make this a triangle now. My icon shape, let's make it a large icon shape. In terms of the text, I will name this the assignment icon, and I'm going to keep my text large. I forgot to add color to my icon, so I'm going to select from the color options that I have saved for my icon. Now, once I added the text, the extra large doesn't fit in a single line for that icon, so I'm going to go with the text size of just the large text size. And now I'm going to add an image. So going down to the multicolor images, I now have 15 options. The image shapes are slightly different than they were for the other assignments. So that's just something to keep in mind while you're working with this. You can select any one of these images. I selected their social studies icon, and you can see that right in the middle. Now, we cannot change the color for the multicolor icons right now. I don't know if they'll make it available so that we can play around and add 2 different colors to those icons. That would be nice if we were able to do that, but we're not able to do that just yet. Selecting apply will add that icon to the center of our page. Now, any of these icons can be resized. So if you select the icon, you'll see now we have edges and vertices in the light blue color. If you click on any one of the vertices and drag it out, you can resize your icon. Now, the icons are really images embedded within your rich content editor. So you can take any one of these images and make them into a link. So if you select the image, go to the link, you can choose between an external link or a course link. Selecting a course link allows you to pick between any of the course links available within your course. Now, I know it's the Start Here module, or the Start Here section. I'm just going to make that take me to module 1. I can then select the other icon and make that take me to, say, quiz number 1. I'm just randomly assigning these right now, and for the assignments, I'll go ahead and make that take me to assignment number 1. gonna save now and test the links. So start here will take me to my module 1. Going back, modules will take me to my quiz 1, and my assignments will then take me to assignments. And there we go. So I can see that I have all of my icons. They can be personalized, and you can link them to anywhere around your course, or you can also link them to external links as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'm happy to help you with your own icons. Our Canvas app is actually really useful. When you download the Canvas app, you'll be given an option to download 2 different apps. One is the Canvas teacher version, and the other one's the Canvas student version. I downloaded both of them because they allow me to view Canvas 2 different ways. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Canvas teacher version. For the Canvas teacher version, once you log into your course, you can view all of your courses. So the courses on my list currently are my published courses. But if I want to view all of the courses that I've ever had in my Canvas app, I select the View All, and I can go through and scan all of the courses that I've built. In addition to viewing the courses, you can briefly click on any one of your courses and you can view courses by modules. You can view the syllabus, post announcements, view announcements, look at your pages, assignments. You can look at the people and have discussions and look at the discussion section. One of the things that I really like to point out about the Canvas app is that when you're viewing them, you'll see the green icons to indicate that the pages have been published. But if I select any one of those icons, it'll just take me directly into the page. So you can't publish pages directly from the app. You can only view those pages that have been created. Another neat thing about the Canvas app is if you're using Design Plus or any of those tools that we have available to enhance our pages, it all translates very nicely into the app. There is one tiny problem that we have with the app, and that is with the tabs that come along with design tools. So we know we tell our students, don't use a cell phone. You need to have a computer or a laptop to access Canvas so you have full access to everything that's available for you. However, we know that for some of our students, it's just not possible to access any of their course content without a cell phone. The only means that they have is a cell phone. So if you're using Design Plus tools to create any of your courses, I would highly encourage you to preview your courses. I mean, everything looks good right now, but once I open my tabs, like I open the instructor tab, the accordion, I have tabs inside, and it looks very different in the online version versus the mobile version. When I try to preview the content that's within the tabs, it takes me back to the top of the screen, and it doesn't allow me to view any of the content. Even if I scroll back down, the content hasn't changed. I mean, there's nothing that we can do about that other than try to avoid using the tabs that come along with Design Plus tools. Accordions, they work very nicely. Another thing to point out is you can view videos. However, if you try to view the video, this won't work very nicely. Sometimes your videos that are not embedded within your course will open up the mobile page for Canvas Studio. So that video will play nicely within this preview. Let me take you to the other things that we can do within Canva. If you're on the go and you need to do a little bit of grading, your to-do list will give you all of the assignments that need grading. I have quite a few that I need to go through and grade, so I'll be busy later on today. And you can also send messages through your inbox. You can do the same thing that you can do on the online web version, which is select the course, select the students, and then add your subject line and your message. You can add attachments to the message, but you can't like embed anything within that message section. You are able to open Canvas Studio using the app. So once you select the 3 little bars to the left of the course's title, a new kind of side window or side menu pops up. Studio is right below Files. Selecting that, notice that it opened a new page, which is a new mobile page, but it allows you to view all of your recordings that you've uploaded into Canvas Studio. You can select the X to close that down, but notice this is a very great tool. Another thing that I'd like to point out is students can't do all of their assignments through the app. Students can take quizzes, multiple choice quizzes, no problem. But if you have students, say, complete an assignment, the assignment's an annotation assignment, they can't do it and they can't quite view that type of assignment. Assignment 4 is the student annotation. This is an assignment where I uploaded a page for students to view and annotate. But notice there is nothing for me to annotate. If I'm the student and I need to select a file to annotate, I don't have that option. There's no way for me to annotate and there's no way for me to view the file. So if you have students in your classes and you're using student annotations for your assignments, I'd recommend letting them know, this is an assignment you cannot possibly do with your mobile device. You want to make sure you have access to a computer, laptop, or a desktop version to make sure that you're able to complete the assignments. Other than that, I think the Instructor app is a very great app to show faculty, what you can do while you're on the go with your Canvas courses. The Canvas Student app, which is the one with the red icon, if you select that app, it takes you to pretty much your instructor student view to all of your courses. Through the student version, you can preview all of your courses as a student. So notice I still have all of the courses that I had published earlier. I can change the view from the cards to the kind of the rectangular versions, and I can also preview all of my courses within here. It will take you to your front page. The teacher app doesn't do that, but the student app will. And you can still go through and preview all of the modules. Notice that in the student version, it doesn't tell me whether or not the modules are published. Those little green icons to the right are gone, and the icons indicating what type of page or assignment you're looking at is a little bit more prominent so students can easily identify them. Well, that's all I have for you in terms of the Canvas app. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining me on our Tech Tuesday session on Canvas Enhancements. If at any point you have any questions about the Canvas app, the Canvas Gradebook Filters, or how to create those Canvas icons, you can always feel free to reach out and I'm more than happy to help. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time.